Let me know if we're live.
Twan, the big square in the left says live. We are live.
Oh,
We live.
what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Bachelor Boys. We are back on President's Day.
Back. Happy President's Day.
Happy President's Day, Pop.
Yeah, salute to the presidents. Everybody that served the country.
Shout out, big time shout out to the presidents.
You got a favorite president, Twan, at all?
Favorite president?
Yeah, you got one?
Come on, man.
You a Barack
know what
guy?
It is?
You a big Barack guy?
It's B-Rock.
I like the guy on the $100 bill. Every time I see him, I like him. Is that Andrew Jackson?
It's one of them guys.
One of them guys.
It's one of them. Listen. Today's episode was we finally got kind of a showdown with my girl Carolina and Juliana. I can't even begin to tell you. People on my rankings have gone way up. They've gone way down. But a lot of movement on the board after today's episode. A lot of movement.
I'm actually interested because I know last week we drafted some of these lovely ladies. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you have Juliana and Carolina on your squad, Twan.
Yeah, listen. There's some internal strife on the team here. We have some issues in the locker room right now. I'm not going to lie, but we're going to keep that stuff internal, right? And as a head coach, I'm going to do what I have to do to rally the troops and to get everybody back on the same page, because this infighting is not going to lead us to a championship. You understand?
No, it's not. And look, if you can't get the troops in order, I got trade bait for you. My team's falling apart, but I got a trade? I got a trade.
Let me hear it. Go ahead.
I'm willing.
Oh, no.
I'm willing.
Okay.
Because I lost Rose. I lost some people tonight. I'm willing to part ways with Latia for Juliana tonight. I'll let you
straight up.
You all got it.
Straight up.
You can make a decision at the straight up.
Listen, I don't have to think for a second.
You want to make that trade?
Call it into the commissioner. I'll even throw in a second round draft pick as a sweetener, because I want. Listen to me here.
Am I getting looked at right now?
Nothing to do with Juliana. She's done. She's out. She's off the roster. She's on the trade block, and I'm glad you sent that trade in, because I want nothing to do with her. Now that it's out there, the locker room hates her. We don't want her in. I was lying. There is fucking internal strife. Yeah. We don't like her. She's a cancer in the organization, and I'm glad she's gone. I will take Latia every day of the week for her. I'll throw in a second round pick for you, and you can have that pick if we ever draft the Love is Blind people, because Juliana's out. You're done. You're out. Listen, we can go. Let's start off. Let's go.
Let's get into it, Tom. Let's get into it. I said, let's get into it. Let's get into the episode. I love it.
Right. So we got the top 10 this week. We're out overseas. We are international boys now.
Yes.
We're coming. We're in Madrid. And this episode starts off with Grant and Jesse playing a little b-ball. You got to understand this, Derek. Jesse doesn't come in a lot.
He doesn't come in a lot. He pops in. He's just playing, traffic cone basketball. I found it really interesting at first. I was like, all right, that's awesome. Grant's, first thing he's doing is hooping. Like that's good to see. But then I thought to myself, I said, so what would you have done if you went to Madrid? And I would have been on the beach somewhere with the tapas and whatnot. You know how they be doing it in Ibiza a little bit. Ibiza. Yeah. Barcelona. I thought Grant dropped the ball a little bit in Madrid. Twan, be honest about that.
Yeah, we didn't get too much of. I mean, I guess they saw the city more than we did, obviously.
Yeah.
But we got jumping off a bridge. It was kind of rainy. The planes in Spain rain in the train, whatever that thing is. So that was a lot of rainy weather. But yeah, Jesse jumps in. He has to earn his paycheck somehow, because he says about 3 words an episode. So keep cashing them checks, Jesse. Praise God to you. God bless.
Yes.
But we start the episode, and all of a sudden, they land. They do the, oh my God, we're here. And I look around. I go, how on God's green earth is Parisa still here?
Don't do my rock girl like that, Tom.
Listen, and I guess we could jump around. Fuck it. Who cares? She goes home today, and her exit interview was absolutely golden. Yeah. She goes crying. You've been on 0.5 dates with this guy and you're crying, right? You should be lucky enough that you've been blessed with a free trip to Madrid. So she's crying and she's like, oh my God, did I talk about rocks too much? Yeah. Hey, Parisa. Yeah, you did.
She's passionate about rocks, Twan.
Bubba, I can't name anything about her. I know nothing about her other than she's got rocks and she's a crazy cat lady.
Yo, but not for nothing. Not for nothing. The crazy cat ladies that's into the rocks, they could change you. They could rock your world. They could really rock your shit. If you it could get crazy with them. You have a great time.
Listen, Pop. You ever have a girl who's really into rocks and stones, and they start asking you when you were born?
What time? Yep. What hospital? Yep.
What is that?
It's very toxic, but let me tell you, they're on a top 5 list, and I'm gonna keep it PG. Yeah, I learned some things from them women.
They're crazy. They're crazy.
Crazy. But yeah, Parisa, and it was so funny too, since we're jumping around. When Grant comes in, he's like, yeah, I got these imported from Spain for you. The guy pulls out some rocks from the parking lot.
Smooth operator.
Parking lot rocks.
She was those are the rocks he tripped over playing Jesse in one-on-one.
Yeah.
And she was so appreciative.
Oh my God.
She was so happy.
A simple woman.
That she got a rock. I go, listen, boo. You don't have to pretend. I think the main thing today that came out, Derek, this always happens. You have a bunch of girls or a bunch of guys, and they just assume, since they're in this situation, that they have to be fully madly in love. And if you're not fully madly in love with this guy, then you're here for the wrong reasons. And we've seen that come up with Carolina.
Yes.
Everyone's talking shit about this. Let me just, because I've had enough. Everyone's talking shit about Carolina, right?
Right.
Oh, she came back from the one-on-one. She wasn't grateful. Dog. All she said was, I don't know this guy too well, but I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. She's been on one date. She's known this stranger man for about 6 hours total face-to-face time, and she brings that up, and you got fucking Juliana trying to crucify her on the fucking cross because she doesn't know about getting married to a guy that she's known for 7 hours.
Yeah.
And Juliana takes that and spins that into Carolina's not here for the right reasons. Tell me if I'm wrong, Derek.
No, Twan, listen. I thought that on tonight's episode especially, that they was looking to have a common enemy. They was looking to have a common enemy, and Carolina was the easy target. And, yes. I thought that Carolina was being very valid in her points. You don't know the guy yet. I have been on one date with him. All the other women are jealous. It's a competition, but you have to respect her honesty. I thought that Juliana was looking to make trouble, but at the end of the day, the rose ceremony showed where Grant's heart is at, and that he's not going to be manipulated by these other women's agenda. I feel sorry for Carolina because you don't want to rush into a relationship. You want to feel rushed into love.
She's
but
the
these
only
ladies
one
are
being honest.
Yeah.
He's the only one being honest, dog. How are you gonna how is it such a crime to go, hey, I don't know if I want to marry this guy yet? She said, I don't know him that well. They
said unappreciative of the time spent with Grant. Which
they spun it, dog.
They some of them was spent. Zoe was saying, shout out to my baby Zoe. She was, because she ain't get a one-on-one date yet. Or she was like, I don't feel like Carolina's appreciative of the time she's getting with Grant. She's always taking him away. Now that I do feel like is a valid point, but Carolina's valid in not feeling. She shouldn't feel rushed.
What do you want her to do?
She was
go on a knee and start bowing down to Grant. Listen, I love Grant. He's a great dude. But straight up, you didn't pay for this. This is ABC's money. You didn't plan this. The producer planned this. This ain't your PJ.
They try to run the show.
You didn't pay for the bungee jumping in Vegas.
They try to bungee
She was happy. What do you want her to do?
They
was
want
appreciative.
They want to see more of that. They want to see like, oh, I really enjoy the time I've been spending with Grant, but they not get. So the thing with Carolina is she's just like, yo, what's going on? In her mind, she don't know what's up with Grant either, right? And they not being considerate of Carolina's position. They just like, oh, Carolina's not appreciative of what's going on, but Carolina's stressed just like every other lady in the house.
It's a two-way street.
It's a two-way
That's what people fail to understand. She's gotta like him just as much as he's gotta like her. You know what I'm saying? You can't fault. You know it. Just because that he's the Bachelor doesn't mean that it's automatic they're gonna fucking love this dude. She's figuring it out. I don't understand what the problem is. I do know what the problem. The problem is that you have the popular girl in school, right? She's a little Puerto Rican thing, and everyone wants to come at the Puerto Ricans. Everyone wants to come at the Puerto Ricans. You want to know why? The Spanish people want to come at the Puerto Ricans because we're the only Spanish people who are legal in America. The Dominicans don't like us. The Salvadorians don't like us. Nobody in the Spanish community likes the Puerto Ricans. Why? Because we are Americans, true and true. And then we have the other people who want to hate on us because we speak Spanish. We have that little ethnic flair, but we belong in this country, so we get it from all angles. And now Carolina's getting it because she's a fly little piece. And they can see that Grant is really feeling her. So now they're trying to come at the queen. And then you see your girl Zoe. It's funny what your girl Zoe's doing. She's like, oh shit, this is my chance to get off the hot seat. Let me just pile on Carolina so everyone forgets that I was fucking a bitch.
Yeah, she's competing. You know Zoe's a competitor. Grant said he's like, when I look at Zoe, she's like the ultimate competitor when it comes to this Bachelor. It came out of his mouth. Zoe is looking to win at all costs. So she was like, oh, word, y'all, it's new blood on the block. Yeah, let's go for her. Hey, but you know what? Water. Valid point to my Puerto Rican brother. Stop the Puerto Rican hate, okay? I love Daddy Yankee.
Shout out Daddy Yankee.
Shout out Daddy Yankee.
Shout out. Listen.
Gasolina.
What a great hit.
Great hit. Banger. See that they forget. How quickly they forget. I'll never forget.
All right. So what else we got? We got who got the one-on-one? Your girl.
All right, so wait, did she get I know Serafina got no, Dina did get the yes. All right, Twan. I got some things to say about this day, but walk me through it.
Talk to me.
Well, I'll tell you. So they go on their 1v1 date and they're talking. And it's been the first time in the entire series that we get to see Dina again, like some of these other ladies, open up to Grant. And it was good to see that from Dina. I was enjoying their conversation. They went on a boat ride. Then they had a dinner date, and it turned into some dancing at the end. But I'm going to tell you some things that I noticed on their date throughout the time, Twan, is number one, the thing that messed me up the most is when he was like, you remind me of my mom. That's just one thing you'd never say to a woman that you're pursuing in my mind. You don't say you. I think they like that though. They don't like that. They don't like that. You know, they don't want to be looking like, oh yeah, you remind me of your mom. What? I'm trying to be in the bed with you. And you think about mom? Nah, that's not what it. And then on the dinner date, not for nothing, Twan, but when you want dinner dates and you with your women one-on-one with the candlelight and whatnot, there's gotta be eye contact. There's always in the eyes. I noticed in their conversation.
To the windows to the soul, Papa.
I noticed in their conversation with each other, Dina's eyes was all over the place. There was never in Grant's eyes, not once. She kept looking at the plate. She looking at the other camera. She looking up at the ceiling, at the floor, at his shoes. He talking right at her. She looking at the ground. I was like, whoa, not a good sign for you, Grant.
I'm glad you said that because when I was picking up on my notes, I just was like, you brought me to light with Dina. You know, now I do like Dina. I think she's a good egg, but it just felt kind of awkward. It felt kind of she felt like robotic. Yep. He's trying to have fun. She's trying to have fun, but I just don't think they're on the same level of like energy or like she felt like an old lady to me.
Yes. I think
she felt like that's like my like a sister vibe or like an auntie kind of shit.
Like a mother. You Bobby are my mother. I was like, what the? And then when they went to go dance, Twan, this was the crazy. He didn't know where to put his hands. The man was like, shall I move your hands? Shall I put it? You put the hands on the hip. You put your hands on the property. You
gotta grab it.
You grab it.
You touch it. You buy
it. Twan, I don't think. I mean, I love Dina.
She's gone. Get her out.
She's not going to make it. But Dina, I'm
No,
here for you.
stop.
I'm here for her. I am. She's on the squad. I'm here. We could go get Portillo's together. I saw on Instagram she was getting Portillo's. Yes.
I seen that, Baba.
Yeah, she's down. She responded to the DM. So there's a chance.
She's down for the Brown.
I think so.
All right, so yeah, their shit was kind of boring. I didn't get great vibes. But and then what? We get back to the house a little bit, right? This is kind of when the girls start calling out Carolina a little bit. We get a little taste of it. And also, I think my girl's getting a bad edit, Carolina.
I thought she might have been drunk, honestly. Yeah, I thought they're messing up her edits.
I think it's like the music that they're playing. They're making her seem real evil. And I don't know if it's this part or some part, but when they're really getting into it, I mean, it does not help that my girl's wearing the Cruella de Vil like gloves.
Oh yeah, like, yeah. She looked like she was like selling children. Yep.
So that wasn't a great look. You got to know the time and place to be pulling out some shit like that. When the heat is on, you can't be wearing no evil shit like that. I mean, she just looked evil.
She should have put on some like hot pink or yellow or something. Something
lighten it up.
Lighten it up. Yep.
Your girl Parisa, is getting ready for the date, and she's going through it.
Yeah, she's stressing out.
What was the list? She goes, her spray tan chipped. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, her skin was falling off. She said, "Yeah, it's crazy." It was crazy. I was like, "Wait, what? Chipping?"
Parisa's skin's falling off. She burnt her chest with the straightening. Listen, as a Puerto Rican household, many a times do my sisters and my family have burnt themselves with a curling iron or with an actual iron. Side note, bro, you know what I didn't know? Maybe this is some ghetto Puerto Rican shit that no one else knows. My sisters and cousins, they used to lay down on the bed, put a towel down, and then legitimately take a fucking real life iron and iron their fucking hair, B.
That's a hack. No, I've never heard of that. That's a hack.
No, a legitimate fucking iron. They used to sometimes get little triangles on their head when they would accidentally burn themselves.
I got that. That can't be good for hair growth.
That can't be good for nothing, dude.
Nothing. Shout out to them though, improvising.
Yeah, so Parisa is burnt. Her skin's falling off, and she's got a pimple, but she's taking it in stride. She had a good positive mindset, though.
Yes, I love her outlook on life. Again, we can have fun, Parisa. Holla at me.
We got the group date, the bullfighting. What'd you think about that?
Twan, I hated the group date. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was an absolute zero. First of all, this guy gets him a bunch of donkeys to get down to the place. Is a donkey a pony, by the way? Is it like a lesser version of a pony? What's a donkey? Because it's not a horse.
What do you mean? What's a donkey?
Is it a pony?
No, a pony's a pony. A donkey's a donkey.
Is a donkey a horse?
No, a horse is a horse.
Is a donkey like a baby horse?
Dog. A donkey is something else. A donkey is its own thing.
He should have got some ponies or something, man. This guy pulling up with stinky donkeys. They're farting on each other. They farting on the women. The one donkey was trying to kill your girl, Carolina. She's like, "Oh, Ulysses, slow down." Trying to break her neck. Then they get to the Matador thing. Latia wasn't having this shit. She was like, "I don't know what Grant's doing with this fake mechanical bullshit." And she just goes for the kiss. Shout out to Latia for that. I mean, Grant, F date. I'm sorry. I thought it was a great date. I hated it.
But yo, you know what I did notice though?
What's up?
And she was. I know she was pissing me off this episode. But Juliana, that denim.
I saw you tweet that. Yeah. Bye-bye. That ain't yours no more. That's over here.
That's a dangerous combination right there, Juliana and that denim, boy.
It's that Northeast look. Yeah, that New England, New Jersey. They know how to put some blue jean denims on, man.
I thought she was gonna pull out some Timbs.
Hey, that would have got Grant's attention for sure. For sure.
They do the bull riding.
Yeah.
Right. And of course, my 1-1. Well, one of my 1-1s, Alex. She's with the shit. She already knows what the deal is. Everyone's falling off in 2 seconds. My girl cranks over, grabs that fucking bull by the horn. She's double roostered up, right? She's got both fucking horns. She's double roostered, and she's going for a while. I'm like, yo, this is my girl. This is why Alex is the best, right? She's down to have fun. She's competitive. She's sporty. She eventually falls off, and then, of course, Of course, who tries to steal her shine, steal her thunder, your girl Zoe.
That form was good, though, Twan. That form was good, Twan. You got to admit it.
Let me tell you something.
She was looking good on that bull. Let me tell you something,
Derek. When Zoe got on that bull, there was a lot. Listen, the recoil. You listening to me?
The gyration.
Are you hearing me?
I hear you.
The recoil.
Oh, yeah.
Was outrageous.
Outrageous. And the arch, the form, everything. She is shout out to the riders. She has potential to be a rider for sure.
Dog. There was a lot of movement, there was a lot of motion, and there was just the right amount of biscuit everywhere. God bless Zoe. Say what you want about how she is, her personality, but you got to respect game. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. She's got talent, as we like to say around this place.
Listen, I don't want to get, again, shout out secret. We're doing PG here.
Yes.
But let me try to, let me describe it. Okay.
Break it down for him.
You know when you bake a cake, right?
Right.
You get the batter, you put in the pan, right?
Right.
And you're shaking it, and it's just loose. It's a mess. It's not cooked yet, right?
Yup.
You let that son of a bitch go around 10 minutes. It's still, the top might be set, but the inside is still too much.
Still got that jiggle.
The 3/4 mark is really where you want to be at. You got that jiggle, you got that firmness, nothing's spilling out, but you got that right little jiggliness. And Zoe was about a 3/4 baked cake on that bull. And it was a true sight to see.
Yes. Grant couldn't take his eyes off of it. He couldn't look away. He was like, you know what?
Yeah, Guillermo was staring too.
Guillermo and
Carmen.
Shout out Guillermo and Carmen. They had a time. They ain't that. Yo, Zoe
had that thing in a full Nelson. She was not fucking around
at all. Competitive, baby.
So she ends up winning. Did she get anything for winning?
Well, they went up to a roof and they showed us a shot of Grant and Zoe up there for 10 seconds. And then they went away. So I can only assume what might have happened. If Grant's a guy like me, yeah, you would have to cut the cameras off after what I saw there. That's
praise God. That's true. That's a fact. Another note I had, great suit by Grant.
Yes.
He comes back after the date. I guess they do the dinner. They do something afterwards. But great suit by my guy.
You talk about the green one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a clean green.
Double fucking vested. My guy was looking clean.
Yep, I like that suit. I remember it. I remember that. It was a good suit.
This is when Carolina puts on the Cruella de Vil gloves. This is when Parisa gets the rocks and pretends to like it.
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing was just to set up the beef with Carolina and Juliana and Grant and
Rose too. Rose fucking stuck her nose in there at the end too.
Rose,
you did me dirty.
She disappointed me. Rose disappointed me.
Thank you. I got a lot to say, but go ahead.
Rose disappointed me a lot. Tonight especially, she gave up. It makes me. I'm just going to assume that she was never there for Grant in the first place to give up that easily. What are you walking away from? You know, you haven't been told no, and then you're having a conversation with him. I guess she felt like the vibe wasn't there with Grant anymore. I don't know. But she didn't have to walk away like that. That was weak. I thought that was weak from Rose.
We're jumping around, but again, who cares? Bro, this is my point with Rose, right? And to all the girls and to Carolina, you want to talk shit about Carolina, that she's making everything. Someone said, oh, it's another day of the Carolina show. How are you going to say it's another day of the Carolina show when Rose is over here having a mental breakdown, crying, doing the same shit, if not worse, than what Carolina was doing, and no one says a peep. No one says, oh, they come on over, oh, Rose, what's the matter? They still somehow turn Rose's freak out into Carolina's fault. Tell me how.
They want to get rid. I mean, they want to get rid of her, Twan. It's crazy. I thought Rose was going to have an asthma attack at one point. The way she kept huffing and puffing to herself, it wasn't. I was like, yo, is it this deep, shorty? But they want Carolina out of there, and it's sad. It's sad. Once they get into the nitty gritty of things, you see how quickly they'll put a knife in a girl back. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, because now we're in top 10. Claws are coming out. Claws are coming out.
And some of them are cut for it, Twan. Like I was watching the entire episode again, jumping around a little bit, but Natalie, didn't see you at all tonight, baby. Like, where was you?
I seen your tweet. Where the fuck was Natalie?
Where the fuck was Natalie, man? Like, you get some shots of her, but then she was just not involved at all. Like, at all.
Listen, she wasn't in it to win it.
I think she was just like, I can't
She could be the best girl there. And she got no shine, she got no love, she got no play. Because you have these like girls like Juliana who smiles in your face, turn around, they're gonna take your place, them backstabbers. Shout out. Yep. Like she's winking the eye, she's licking the lips. Like Juliana is bad news.
Juliana might be.
I know we're jumping around, but she's bad news.
She's toxic.
I told that early. I said there's red flags for her. She's a devious one. Devious.
She's toxic. She's definitely on the most toxic list, which Carolina might be on there too, low key, Twan. Low key.
We'll get to it at the end of the coming attraction. But yeah, it's not looking great.
So then the last date I guess we had was the Serafina date.
Well, wait, we had the sorry to cut you off, but we had the going back a little bit. I guess Zoe for winning, they got that, didn't they? Is this when she starts talking about how she was like growing up mixed race in the South?
Yes.
She finally breaks. She like gets into a little bit. What'd you think about that?
Thank you, Twan. Yes, thank you, Twan. So I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be very honest about this here, Twan. I'm happy that Zoe opened up to Grant, and I'm glad she was honest and vulnerable with him. But there was a little piece of me at the beginning before she got into the nitty gritty of it that was like, is she just putting on a front? Are these fake crocodile tears? What is she really trying to accomplish here? Is she just trying to please Grant, or is she being real? And I thought that Zoe took a step and she was being real. Yeah. And I think it's going to go very far forward because we know she got the package physically. No denying it. But her being emotionally available is everything.
That was her big flaw. She's fucking stone cold killer, cold as ice.
Cold as ice. Her and Latia had the same thing, and they're like neck and neck for me with the competition. In Grant's eyes, Carolina's there too, and a couple other people, Latia and Zoe. And Zoe's been kind of behind Latia. But after tonight's episode, I think she caught a lot of ground. And she was looking good in that blue dress. Oh my God. I couldn't help it. I had to pause it 5-6 times. I was like, God damn, the dress should not be fitting on a person like that. But wow.
Listen, I don't know how she got in that, but praise God.
Praise God. God bless that woman.
You bring up Latia. Latia had a line that I thought was going to switch the narrative a little bit. She's doing a confessional, and she's like, basically she admits that there's some jealousy with Carolina, that she's getting time with him. And I'm like, for a second, I'm like, thank you. Like, at least you're an adult and you can admit that you're feeling jealousy. You understand what I'm saying? So I thought Latia was going to come out and kind of defend her, but she just goes the opposite way, doesn't bring up any of that, and just keeps piling on my girl.
Yep.
And I think this is when your girl, Dina, kind of defends her a little bit, defends Carolina, and was like, basically they start crying about like, you know, I know that you're misunderstood, and like the girls were taking it this way and other way, but I didn't like that.
Now looking back on it after what we said about Dina, right, and her intentions, do you think it was the best for her to be defending Carolina? Because it's like Dina's also one of those women with kind of half a foot out the door too.
Yeah, but listen, some people are just good people, and that when injustice comes knocking, Dina was there to save. You can't let someone. It's like you're watching a kid get bullied, right? Because they were fucking bullying her. Okay,
it was bullying.
That was bully mentality. That was bully. And Dina said, "Enough's enough. I'm with you, girl." Now, the coming attractions. I don't know if Dina's going to be on her side next week, but we're sticking to this week. And then we go into the one-on-one with Serafina. Serafina had a great episode, I thought. She was an absolute zero for most of the show. And Serafina, they jump off the bridge. You're not doing that with your heights?
No, I'm not doing that. Yeah, you know I'm not doing that. I'm not going nowhere near that. Don't put me near the edge. And if you play like you're going to push me, we'll never talk again. So, yeah, no.
You know what I didn't understand? They were freaking out about the rain.
Yeah.
What does the rain have to do with the bungee cord?
It's one of those things.
Is it more dangerous in the rain?
They were so nervous that they would probably be, oh my God, the sun's too bright today. Like they were just nervous about everything. It was funny. Those two are funny. I like Serafina a lot. I do like her personality.
She opened up a lot. They did the upside down Spider-Man kiss, which is always classic.
Always classic.
You know what I liked about that they moved to dinner, And he's like, listen, like, you know, we're having fun and this, that. He's like, but I feel like when we kiss, like, you, like, pull away. When his exact quote was, when we do kiss, I get a sense you don't want to go all the way in. Grant, go all the way in where?
Grant, you know, Grant trying to get to it. Grant, like,
he's trying to get busy. And she just goes, nah, my mom's watching, so I don't really want to, like. And they laugh about it, but I thought that was funny. I'm like, Grant, go all the way in where, Papa?
He trying to get the first base under the table, man. He trying to go ahead and see what's up.
And she gets the rose, obviously.
Yeah.
And she's the first one, I think, to pull out the falling in love.
Yeah, which is scary.
What'd you think about that?
I think that's scary. I think that's nuts. It's an immediate red flag. Like, I barely know you, Serafina. Nobody's seen you all episode, all season. We forgot you was even here until he took you on that bungee cord jump. And not for nothing, on the hand drive up there, on the drive up there, my man did not put the hand on the thigh. I noticed that. So she needs to relax with the I love you stuff because it ain't there just yet, Serafina. You might run the man off with that kind of talk. And
I thought that was crazy.
It's crazy. It's more crazy than the
stuff. This is your first date. This is legitimately the first time ever in life you've been alone with this man. And you're not even really alone. You have like producers and cameramen, and you're saying you're falling in love. That's a red flag.
Immediate.
You haven't had enough time. This is what I'm talking about. How all these chicks are just pretending to be in love, or like all this stuff, but no one's taking it seriously. Carolina is the only one who's taking it seriously, and she's getting shit for it. Not to make it everything about Carolina, but that's just what it is.
No, Puerto Rican pride. You got.
Yeah, I know. I know. It is what it is.
We gotta watch out for these ladies because Serafina ain't the only one like that out in these streets. They quick to tell you, "Don't tell me you love me if you don't love me, baby. Come on, don't do that." Because
that's my biggest shit.
Don't do that to us.
Don't do that because I'll believe you.
We're liable to believe
you. But after that, this chick's funny. She's like, "Yeah, I don't really want to kiss because you know my mom's watching." She like walks around a wall. And my boy Grant is all up in there. He's grabbing. I'm like, yo, you just walk behind the wall. The cameras are following you. He's like, they can still see you. Like, Grant. I don't know if you've seen it, but he was double hand in the cookie jar. He did not care.
He was gripping and ripping, man.
Her dress is like her top is falling off a little bit. She looks at the camera. She goes, "Sorry, mom." I'm like, damn, you look. You walk behind a wall. We can still see you.
He had blue balls from the Dina days, so you know he had to get a little grab in there. He was like, "Yeah, Dina wasn't playing the game right. I was with a date with mom."
Dina opens up on this date for sure. God bless. Yes. What else do we got? After that date, I think we go right into the cocktail party when everyone's all together.
We go into the delayed cocktail party, yes, sir.
This is when Juliana comes in. This is when we get the full shit. Juliana pulls my girl aside and was talking all this nonsense about and Carolina goes at one point, it's like, "What's your question?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, thank you. Because what is it? What are we doing right now? You're acting like you're in some high school bullshit. Like, "Oh, can I talk to you for a second?" For what? You're supposed to be an adult. What do you mean? You basically just grab her and say, "Hey, I don't like you."
Yeah, that's all.
She's like, "What's your question?" She's like, she doesn't even have a question. She's just like talking shit for no reason.
She goes, well, my question is, why are you here? It's like the same thing for you. I'm here for Grant. That's it. Like, come on. That's it.
And she's manipulating words. I just didn't like it, though. That was a bad look.
They're scared of Carolina. You know what you do when you're scared. You try to go ahead and ruffle some feathers. It's clear. It's clear what's going on with that.
She tells Grant, I wrote this down because I was so fucking flabbergasted. She goes, yeah, Carolina was so blessed to have such amazing time with you, and came back and said nothing positive, and all she came back was judgment about you. Did we get any of that? What the fuck is she talking about?
I didn't get any of that.
I didn't get any of that. All she said was she just doesn't know him that well. That turns into she had nothing good to say about the date and all judge. That's just a bull-faced lie. And I was pissed. Now Carolina's again on her back foot. And then Rose comes in, and then this is when we get the whole Rose thing. Yep. You backstabbed me. You fucking did me dirty. This is that. And Rose is dropping F-bombs every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
She's the most bleep girl of the show.
I think she was drunk again, Twan. I think she made a drunk decision.
Oh, yeah.
And unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is, Rose. Like, so they also say the truth comes out sometimes when you're hammered. So she might have just been ready to go home.
True.
She might have had a thing back. You know what? I'm gonna tell you what it was.
Tell me.
I'm the guy back home, and Rose is gonna be over here tomorrow, and we're gonna be hanging out. She couldn't hang out with Grant no more. I said, come on.
You know what, too? Sometimes, listen, if you're a veteran of this game, you know this. Sometimes these broads will play the I'm thinking about going home shit. So the guy or the girl can be like, no, stay. Grant's like, all right, see ya. Sorry, sorry you feel that way. Listen, there's a black truck over there that'll take you right to the airport. Bonsoir.
You was gone anyway tonight, Rose. Thanks for helping me out.
See ya. Where's Carolina?
Yeah, I thought he was going to give some pushback, like a little bit, like, are you sure about this? He was just kind of like, hey, I understand if you want to leave. Just like, well, you got to do what's best for you.
I mean, she literally just leaves. We get nothing. Grant doesn't bat an eye. He doesn't give a fuck. And then all the girls like, it's the Carolina show. It's like, this chick just is hyperventilating, needs oxygen. Literally is going to the airport, flying back to America, but then again blame Carolina. Listen, Rose, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Nobody cares that you're gone. If you remember, Rose was the first one out of the limo. I remember she was the first one out of the whole show that came out, and I was like, yo, this is Rose. Rose was my girl. She got caught up. She couldn't handle it.
She couldn't handle the smoke.
She couldn't handle it. She turned on me.
Poor Rose. R.I.P. Rose in the chat.
R.I.P. Rose. So then basically who goes home? It's Rose, Parisa, and Natalie.
Yep.
R.I.P. to Natalie. She was a good one. We lost a good soldier there.
I thought we lost a good one in Natalie. For sure. For sure. She was ready for the guy. I mean, let's not forget her absolute great show in episode 2 with the kids, with the basketball. She looked like she was everything that Grant was looking for. So
she has a whole package.
Yeah. It's unfortunate we don't get to see more of her.
I don't feel bad for her because she's going to get scooped up quick. I mean, she's not she's good.
Yeah, she's going to end up with some multi-million oil tycoon dude. Hopefully that treats her right because she's a lovely woman. She's very nice, mild-mannered. I only hope the best for Natalie. She was awesome in the Treat this show.
Now, Derek, let me ask you this. Do you know about Bachelor in Paradise? Do you know what that is?
I don't know about Bachelor in Paradise. You got to tell me.
Derek.
Are we in a nice part of town with Bachelor in Paradise?
Derek, let me tell you something here. I'm a fan of Game of Thrones.
Okay.
I'm a fan of Severance. I'm a fan of Lost. All these iconic shows. One of the greatest shows in the history of human race is Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh, wow.
We get all the people who have lost Bachelor, all these chicks, all these dudes come onto one beach on an island, and it's just a free-for-all. People dating everybody. They're going on dates. They're pulling the robbery. Right when someone is coupled up, they bring someone else's favorite down the beach. It's fucking chaos.
Wow.
They air it in the summer, and I'm telling you, a lot of these broads are going to be in Bachelor in Paradise. It's a fantastic show. And let me tell you this, it has a better success rate than The Bachelor. A lot of marriages come out. A lot of babies have come out in the history of Bachelor in Paradise. What? Yeah, man. It's the best.
I like Bachelor. So how do you win?
There is no winning. It's they start off with like 8 guys, 8 girls. Everyone comes down the beach, and they're just partying, and they just are going on dates and all this shit. And every night, the guys will give out the roses one night, and then whoever doesn't get a rose, the girls go home. Wow. The next week, the girls will give out the roses, and whoever doesn't get, the guy goes home. But every day, we have other guys and other girls coming in to throw a wrench in it. So you have people who've been vibing for like 3-4 days, and all of a sudden their favorite person who they told producers who they like the most walks down and fucks up everybody's shit.
Oh, hell no.
Bro, it's pure beauty. It's pure chaos. I can't wait. But I could see a lot of these chicks coming through.
Yeah, I would want to see Natalie there, and I would also want to see a Chloe there. I would like to see Chloe again.
Oh, I would love to see a Chloe there.
I'd love to see Chloe.
There's a lot of them. I'm excited. You surprised by anyone who went home?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised with Parisa. I'm kind of surprised about Parisa. And I am kind of surprised about Natalie. If it was me giving the roses out tonight, Serafina would not have gotten a rose. I'm sorry. Especially after that I love you shit. You got to go home after that. I'm sorry. And then since Rose eliminated herself, I would just be like, you know what? Extra night for one lady. extra kisses for me and you. Why not? Who's gonna be mad about it? I didn't think especially Natalie again. Let her stay one more week. Parisa, let her get 1v1 date. I don't think she got a 1v1 date. You know,
if you had to switch out, who you sending home? Let's say that we're gonna send home 3 no matter what. Okay. Rose and Natalie. So if you want to keep Parisa, who are you sending home?
Between Rose and Natalie, wow.
No, the people who are actually left.
I would send home. I might send home Dina.
Yeah.
I might send home Dina. I like Dina a lot, but Dina wants a guy that can take her all around the world for the top fancy stuff right now. Put the kids in. She says she wants the kids, but she wants to put the kids in the best daycare. She doesn't want to watch the kids. No. I don't think anybody can afford Dina, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Listen, in 12 to 18 months from now, we're going to see Dina on Instagram with some foreign millionaire.
Yes.
They're going to be on a yacht somewhere. They're going to have a surrogate, carrying their children.
Yes.
And she's not going to work another day in her life.
Yes.
And she's going to be happy. And we're going to go, there you go. Listen, you got it. You got what you wanted. Praise God. Praise be.
Praise God. God bless. That's that. You know what, Twan? You're calling the shot. That's it. That is it.
That's what's going to happen. That's really it for this week. But the coming attractions.
Big time for your girl.
Dina turns on Carolina, it seems. She is not having it once again. It looks like Carolina. Listen, and I don't know if I can defend her after what I said. I know it's sad, and I know that's my girl, but listen. I mean, you fool me once, shame on me. And you fool me 45 times, sometimes it's going to have to be shame on you. And it looks like it's a group date, and she's, being a piss ass sitting down, and Grant steals her and spends the whole time with her. I don't know. Listen, at some point you got to just go.
Yeah. It's looking like she's being that same person we talked about maybe 2 episodes ago, where you got that girlfriend at the party that goes into the corner and you got a babysitter. And once we get past 28, 29, we don't want to be doing that no more. You know what I mean? We don't want to be like, oh, is my girlfriend okay? Looking over the shoulder all the time. Like, I got to watch her. We want you to lock in.
Texting you, hey, let's go. Like, fuck out of here.
Come on. We need you to boss up a little bit. But at the same time, the producers have been skells and have been putting Carolina in a bad light. So as bad as it seems, yeah, I do think Carolina's in some hot-ish, but you never know with this. You never know.
I think we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. We got not even 10 left. What, we lost 3? We got 7. Which means Hometowns is probably 2 episodes, top 4. It's gonna come quick, dude. And I think once Carolina is gone, because I think next week is the end of her. I think all my love and all my attention is going to be split between Alex and Latia.
Yeah, those are good choices there. Those are finalists.
If he doesn't have those final 2, I'm going to call it now. Those will be the final 2. And I don't think, the way we've seen some coming attractions, I don't think he picks anybody.
Oh,
I remember I was telling you in the earlier ones, they show like the final day, and dog, both limos are coming to the final, like where they propose or don't, and you see Jesse like, listen, we need to know who you're picking so we can send the other girl first. He's like, I just don't know. The morning of B.
You gotta know, Grant.
So I don't think he picks nobody. And then I think he tries to taste the rainbow after with both of them, and we'll see.
It sounds like Grant. I'm starting to not like Grant a little bit, Twan. I'll be honest with you. He's starting to bug me a little bit, man. I need him to put his foot down on some things. I need him to put his foot down on some of these things. Like with the Rose, with Juliana, like he's like, oh, yeah, your feelings, everybody matters to me and stuff like that. Dude, you got to be like, hey, listen, you're here for me, okay? So
don't be worried about other people.
Stop worrying about other people. Worry about me and you. He needs to tell him straight, give him some pimping. Grant, he just a little bit too lackadaisical, laid back for me. And then you going to Scotland. I don't like that too much. Scotland, what are you going to do in Scotland? The bagpipes?
I don't want to. Listen, I don't want to go to Scotland.
I'm not trying to go. It's cold. It's like, what are we going to do there?
Bagpipes? What's in Scotland? Shitty food?
What is Scottish food? What is that? What does that look like?
Crackers and cabbage? I don't fucking know.
It's ridiculous, man. Maybe that's why Carolina was pissed off. She's like, what the hell am I doing here? And you know what? If that's the case, I'm on Carolina's side. Like I said, Grant, pick it up. I'm looking for you to pick it up a little bit, Grant.
Yeah, and the way he just like hook, line, and sinker everything that Giuliano was saying, like he just believed. He goes, "Yeah, I can't believe she would say that." It's like they didn't even question it. It's like, bro, you got to realize that they're competing. They're going to be talking smack about each other.
Yeah, he's kind of enabling the BS. If you ask me, Twan, he needs to cut it out. Be a man. Sometimes you got to be like, "Yo, I got the sack here. I got to set the tone." Right now, the ladies are running the house, and that's no good. No good.
You're right. You're spot on. You're spot on there. Listen, we're coming to the end of it. Shit's gonna move fast, and I'm excited to see. We got a lot. I think we knew this top 7. I think we called them everybody. The only one that we thought would still be there or not was Rose would probably still be in, and Serafina would be out. But I think everyone else, we knew it was coming. I mean, this top 7 was easy to pick. Everyone else was absolute zeros.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, yeah, the ladies that have left so far, like there's only been a handful. It's like, oh man, I would have liked to see them to be there, but at the same time, the ones that are there right now are the prime top-notch candidates, and it's going to get nitty. I cannot wait for next week's episode. I really can't wait.
And while we're looking forward, listen, we're a PG show here, but looking forward, I think it's the top 4, the top 3 fantasy suites where they have an overnight date by themselves. You know about this?
I don't know about this. I hope my girl's always eliminated before this because goddamn, I can't.
It's called the fantasy suites.
I can't handle that.
And you go on a date and you get a key saying if you want to forego your individual rooms and room together tonight, take this key and head into the fantasy suite. No cameras, no nothing. You have a whole night. You got a whole night to do it. Figure your shit out. You know what I'm saying? And if I know my boy Grant. Listen, there's a couple of people who they're going to the fantasy suite.
Oh yeah, Zoe's got to go.
Listen, Latia's going to the fantasy suite. There's no two ways about it.
Latia, he might make an attempt on Latia, but Latia seems the type to like keep it home. I think
Listen to me.
She's a woman.
Say what you want. Latia's going to be in the fantasy suite.
He's gonna make a play for it.
Whatever you want to say, Latia's going to be in the no, bro. All 3 of them go to the fantasy suite. Is what I'm saying. Not just one.
Okay, so they're all there at the same time.
Yeah. So when we get to top 4, they all split up. They don't really see each other anymore. They're in like separate hotel rooms, basically. Final 4 shit. Then they go on a date, and at the end of the date, they are allowed to go to a fantasy suite where it's just them 2. No one has ever said no to a fantasy suite. Whether they do whatever they do is up to them. But I'm just letting you know we're at final 7. And I'm telling you, Latia is going to be in the fantasy suite if I am Grant. And so is Alex. And so is Carolina. So there's only one spot open if it's me.
Don't take it from Zoe, please. Zoe, don't go in there, Zoe. Don't go in the fantasy suite, Zoe. Don't do it to me, baby, please.
She's gone. I'm sorry, but I think Zoe's the other one, especially after that bull riding competition.
You got it. You got to. He's mentally in the fantasy suite.
After that Phil Nelson she put on that wild animal, I'll let her put me in a Phil Nelson. Golly.
Yeah, I'll dress up as a bull, whatever I need to do to get that action.
Absolutely.
And another thing, though, Twan, hold on. The fantasy suite could go real left real quick, though, if you ain't got your A game on there. Don't come in there not right. Don't come in there not ready to go in the fantasy suite, all right? You better be ready to ball.
We've seen a lot of fantasy suites go awry. We've seen a lot of fantasy suites go awry.
Oh my God!
My man, my boy Grant is a young, strong individual, and I think he's going to be able to handle what he's got to handle.
Yeah, he is.
Now, will there be some women upset? Always. But listen, all you got to say is, listen, I'm about to make the biggest decision in my life. You know what you were signing up for. They're going to go in the fantasy suite. I gotta check.
You got to take the car for a test drive. You have to.
You just gotta.
We're adults here.
We're all adults here.
I'm not going to make a lifetime commitment to a car that don't go nowhere.
That's exactly right.
Can't do it. And you wouldn't want to, as a woman, you wouldn't want to get into a car with a bad driver. So let's just figure it out.
Let's just find out if I'm a good driver, if you got a good engine.
Yep, that's it.
Let's be adults here. Let's figure it out.
That's it. Grant go pussyfoot around it though, Twan. He ain't gonna boss up like that. How he just said it like that. You got to say it like that. Come here with your foot. Put your foot down.
Listen, Pop. All right, that's it for the episode. Guys, we'll be back next week, but quickly, obviously, we're not going to do it today, but have you started watching Love is Blind?
Let me steal your Netflix account because my ex-girlfriend, I was on hers and she kicked me off. So I've been in the gutter with Netflix.
I got you. You can have it, but listen, it's absolutely fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
There's just, I mean, they go in Minnesota, so everyone's just white and weird, and it's so great. They're all the guys are exactly the same. We have some real monsters. we have some true fucking awful human beings, and it's just a beautiful thing to see.
Oh my God.
We got a couple of rocket alerts too, so I'll put you on. We'll see what we can do.
I can't wait. I got to see the reveal when they see the monster. A rocket seeing a monster. Love is really blind this season.
No, I mean a monster as in just an awful human being.
Oh.
I mean, this guy's a real piece of shit. It's great.
Really? In Minnesota, you wouldn't even expect it. Okay, I like that. You got
Minnesota nice. The same Minnesota nice.
Minnesota nice?
They're nice to your face, but they're really fucking scumbags.
Oh my God.
That's the same.
I didn't know. Okay, I'm about to lock in with Love is Blind, Minnesota. This is I'm learning some shit.
Episodes 1 through 6 are out. 7, 8, and 9 come out. The 20 something. You gotta lock in.
It's 1 through 6 out already?
Yeah.
Okay.
It took me by surprise, bro. I had to hunker down. I lost my Sunday.
Damn.
I was a zombie for all Sunday. I was a zombie. I put in a full work day.
Love is Blind will take your time like that. You get in after the second episode, you're like, damn, I gotta see what Becky's doing. Is she gonna pick John or David?
We had I won't spoil it. We had an engagement the second episode.
Get the hell out of here.
Listen, it moves fast.
I gotta get on Love is Blind. Yeah, send me that info.
You got it.
I got you.
All right, Pop. Listen, another great episode. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Love everybody. I appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, share, do what you got to do. We'll always be back.
Yes,
Derek,
sir.
any last words?
It's Viva, Riders Forever. Shout out to the Bachelor boys. Let's do it, baby. Good show.
Later, Pop. Great epi.